this moment recently where I did this reading, and this couple had come through showing me that they had passed together, that they were in an accident coming home from, say, like a golf tournament. I saw them connected to like an afternoon sport. And in fact, it was golf. Unfortunately, a semi had pulled out and took the whole top of their car off. And so we were able to connect that to their friend in the audience. What was very interesting is they also brought through this young boy who was also a friend of this lady in the audience and had talked about his passing. And he said, literally on the day that I was doing this, he said, today they are making a park for me. I kept seeing a sign being put up in a park or being engraved in a rock, and it was a park. Well, this lady got home and called her friend whose son had passed, and they just got back memorializing a park in his name. And the wonderful part about that, see, I get goosebumps, because the wonderful part about that lady receiving that information at that show is because she didn't even know it was correct. When I get that information, it's like in return when she emailed me and said this is exactly what was happening, and that it was also the anniversary of those people passing. The information was so fluid, and it makes you feel in that moment was the absolute best experience, that, and it gives you that, again, that dig in and let's keep going, even though as hard as it can get. There's a reason why I do my shows in pubs, bars, because by the time I get there, people are half looped, so they're way more relaxed. Who cannot have a good time watching me? And you know what? By that time, their potty mouths are out as well. And so let's go have some fun, people. It's my perfect audience. First of all, they have to, when I come in and they all see me walking in, people that make eye contact with me, the people that keep their head down and stare at their thumbnails, clearly know that they're shitting their pants. The other really great audience, type of audience, is bi-curious women. I can just see the oh my God, half this shit is so raw.
Jennie.
Oh boy.
Why do people pay money to see you?
Because I've got Triple H boobs. People pay money to see me because I have very big breasts and I'm single. Oh yeah, and then I'm a medium too. Yeah, yeah, good idea. I'm just kidding. Fuck if I know why people buy tickets to see me. They just always do. I have no idea. All I know is that I'm out there and I'm authentic and I'm doing my thing, and I don't give a shit what anybody thinks about how I conduct myself. It's that it's raw and it's real, just like the conversations I have with Spirit. Buy a ticket, don't buy a ticket. When Spirit is trying to communicate with me and someone just won't listen, it's like this is where the humor comes in. It's like I generally just shut off my mic and leave. That's happened several times, and then they look like the asshole. Or I'll get everybody else, does anybody else here help me figure out how I can make this person understand? And so finally, there's one thing you know about me is I am relentless when I know the information is good and correct. So you just got to roll your eyes to those moments and then hope by the time that they leave, they get it. What can you do? When I was in Mexico, there was 90% of Americans down there, retired Americans. I saw a very different energy that came from that crowd versus what I was used to. More so that maybe I might use some slang that maybe y'all not used to. I actually found them more closed, which is weird because a lot of them are close to broken, so they probably want a good perspective on life. But oh well. If it gets really quiet in the room because the energy's low, there's been a lot of times I've asked the audience if Smurfs have teeth. It really gets them thinking. Or I'll ask, like I'll drive around the town before I get there to a show, and then I'll have a conversation about what the hell is this all about. Some of the towns that I perform in are so small, but again, a great turnout. It's like I'm driving around and it's like, where the hell do you get a tampon after 8 o'clock at night? Screw even the Robitussin. I mean, what if you got an emergency? It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, where do you go? I think that's where the black market started. You know what I mean? Some old lady's got like a stock of shit in her basement somewhere. Coupons. Or the lady that has the paper, the lined paper with the squiggly lines, the IOUs, and you pay at the end of the month. That shit's still real. This shit is going on and we don't even know it. Oh, God. I love my life.